Hello everyone, welcome back. This is my second video. This is my reflection video for my IST256 final project, and I'm going to be discussing my code itself, failures, successes, what I would do differently, and just an overall reflection of how I thought I did and what I can do better. So let's start with what are my successes and my failures. I would say my overall successes within my code were definitely incorporating novel components such as global function, which kind of separates defined variables within an on-click function, which I was struggling with. Utilizing APIs. I included 2 novel APIs in my function. I was making data frames in order to store and update variables. I was creating buttons and other widgets such as sliders. So yeah, I thought I did a pretty good job of creating or researching online for different items to use within my project other than the stuff we covered in class. And overall failures, I would say I didn't really have too many failures because I kind of worked my way through the whole process and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out everything that was going wrong. Within or while creating, I definitely encountered a lot of difficulties, such as instances where interact was not working well with the buttons, and I had to then I switched to just using input, but then input wasn't as interactive as I wanted it, so then I had to kind of transition backwards, try and find a way to include like interactive, which I researched online, another novel component, how that's different from interact manual and interact. And then I was struggling because it kept updating, so then I had to look online to try and stop that. And then I kind of just kept running through functions until I finally found the best idea was just using widgets and displaying the widgets based on the manual, which you probably saw in the video. If I click on a task, then a certain set of widgets pop up for each task that are perfect for the function needed to perform the output. So I feel like I didn't really fail at those aspects, but I was definitely persevering or working my way through any issues that I kind of had throughout my code. And that's how, and I changed stuff from my original plan, but overall, I definitely think the final outcome was better, was as good, if not better than what I had imagined. What would I do differently next time? I definitely wouldn't wait until the last minute, trying to figure out how to do UX or like the UI for them to type movies in and stuff. I made all the functions really quickly the week before, such as like accessing the APIs, adding them to data frames, displaying them perfectly, adding HTML, making everything look nice. But the hardest part was definitely trying to input buttons and widgets and interact and everything that I thought I knew how to do like perfectly, but I kept running into roadblocks, so I had to keep trying to fix that. But overall, my final output, I thought I did pretty well, and I thought I fixed any errors that I came across. How would I improve it if I had more time? I mean, if I was short on lines of code, because I'm at 190 right now, but I definitely left out code that I typed earlier, and I made code more concise. So I feel like I definitely typed at least like 300 lines of code throughout my entire project. If I needed more code though, I would definitely add a function where the user could, because the API had different parameters that were optional, such as like, if the user was looking up like random movies, like if you go on Netflix and you say, what should I watch? Like there should be a button where they can say, oh, I want to watch a sci-fi movie that is 7.5 rating or higher, and then like 10 random movies output with like a brief description of the movie. And then they can add that to a watch list where it will say where you can buy it or where you can rent it and stuff like that. It would have taken a lot of time, but it would definitely added another component to my function in my app that would have made it just that much better. Although I feel like my app right now is pretty cool. And what did I learn from the experience? I learned the how to, if you run into errors, you just gotta spend some time either online or using help or dir, like looking up functions, understanding how they work before completely just giving up. This project has valued me to take time into coding. Definitely don't give up on your first mistakes. I spent countless tries on each function trying to get it work, and then once you get it, it's such a good feeling. So that was kind of that was my main thing that I took away from this experience. And I also learned some novel components, calling new APIs, looking them up online, using interactive and stuff like that. So yeah, this whole project was a great process, and I'm glad with the project that I came out with. So yeah, thanks.